I'm the son of a black man from Kenya and a white woman from Kansas.
My daughter is half Mexican, a quarter Korean, and a quarter white.
My father's Puerto Rican. My mother is black.
I have brothers, sisters, nieces, nephews, uncles, and cousins of every race and every hue scattered across 3 continents. And for as long as I live, I will never forget that in no other country on earth is my story even possible. The issues that have surfaced over the last few weeks reflect the complexities of race in this country that we've never really worked through.
I was told that I could not measure up to a black woman because I was a mutt.
Imagine 50 years ago, the marriage between me and my husband would not be legal in this country.
I think we live in a society where we're bombarded by all this information everywhere we look. You have to sum something up really quickly nowadays. And I think people get caught up in that, and they tend to do it to each other.
I usually get Hawaiian, Filipino, Middle Eastern, black, Mexican, South American.
People generally think I'm black.
Puerto Rican, sometimes I get Brazilian.
Latina.
Middle Eastern.
Latino.
Palestinian.
Black. Caribbean.
Latina, Native American, Hawaiian.
Latino, Native American, I've heard. Hawaiian.
Israeli.
It's all about trying to define people.
White other.
Unidentified.
You know, what are you? I'll say, okay, I am a human being. I'm a woman. I'm so many things.
People ask me, like, what are you? I think, like, I just say, like, I'm American.
And they're like, no, I mean, like, what are you? People always questioning, always wondering, and, like, they meet you, and they're just, like, going like this and not saying it, and you're having a conversation with them, and the whole time, the only thing they're thinking is, what are they? What are they? What are they?
More often than not, I actually had black people coming up to me and asking me what I was, because they were kind of confounded, because I seemed to be brown, yet not black.
And that's a little awkward, you know. You meet someone, they're like, what are you?
It can be really annoying and kind of insulting to be like at the cash register and somebody is just like, so what are you?
I'm human. Or they're like, where are you from? I'm from New York.
It's weird when you're mixed. People just want to play detective with your face. Like 9 times out of 10, they're polite. Like, so you don't like the whole with your right? Where are you from? I'm like, Pittsburgh. They're like, Pittsburgh, right? Seriously though, where are you from? Pittsburgh. Like I'm from some mutant island south of the Philippines, the island of half Asia. It's just me, Keanu Reeves, and Tiger Woods on a beach all day playing volleyball.
People always have to ask, what are you? What are you? And I think that, you know, personally, I think it's because it makes people really uncomfortable, because it's almost like they have to know what your race is in order to know how to interact with you.
My name is Sarah Wong. I'm from Berkeley, California, and I'm half Chinese and half French.
My name is Cody Chin. I'm half Chinese and half Russian, and I'm from Westchester, New York.
Hi, I'm Jean Goto. I'm from New York City, and I'm half Japanese.
My name is David Yim. I'm from Westford, Massachusetts, and I am half Asian.
I'm Marissa Tinloy. I'm from Alameda, California, and my mix is half Chinese and half mixed of English, Scottish, and a little bit Native American. And I identify as mixed, biracial, black and white, any of those.
My name's Angelica Abdul. I'm black, Native American, and Chinese.
My name is Matthew Baden. I'm biracial too. I'm half African American and half Caucasian, and I express characteristics of both in me, so therefore I am a multiracial person.
I can't say that it didn't impact me, but I don't think it did as much as you would think.
I always thought it was really cool, you know, when I was younger. I thought, like, oh, it was really different, but, like, my parents definitely got me to embrace it.
And so I guess I strongly identified with the Caucasian side and kind of, in a way, like, attempted to even disown my Chinese side. Not, like, consciously, but just that's what I identified with.
I always say that I'm biracial. I never say that I'm black, because that's not who I am and that's not how I was raised.
I liked being different, and I never felt so different that I didn't fit in.
Because I was always like pinned out as the Asian kid, so that was kind of weird to have that be a part of me when really, I didn't speak the language. The only thing really Asian about my family was like, we would go to Chinatown sometimes.
Now I like it, even though it does like come along with some identity issues.
I feel like every biracial person has gone through some kind of identity crisis.
Identity is this conscious, it's an ongoing process. The who we are question, the what we are question is something that you figure out every day.
If we're going to define being mixed as like what we are as being multiracial, then is it incorrect for black people to call themselves black if you're 1/16 Irish? You know what I'm saying?
And sometimes I just want to look more Asian or just know more about my heritage because most people don't even know that I'm Asian, so.
There are times in my life where I kind of wish that I was full Caucasian or I was full white instead of being majority Asian. But just knowing the fact that I'm a little mix of a little Pacific Islander and French and Vietnamese is a good mix, so I like the way I am now.
A lot of people think that mixing cultures dilutes cultures, and the kids lose a sense of culture when they grow up, and they're not quite as they don't quite have as strong values as their parents did.
My dad's Arab, my mom's Filipina, and also there's pressure from the family. So I go to wherever my dad lives, like my dad's family. So they're like, does he speak Arabic? I'm like, and my mom's like, yeah, he does, so that's a good thing. But if I didn't, there's gonna be something like, So, and when I went to the Philippines, does he speak Tagalog? And if not, it's also the same thing. Oh, why you don't speak Tagalog?
I never really felt a difference between me and my friends that are all white or whatever until college.
I started Fusion last year, and it was pretty much a kind of thing to create a support system among other mixed people, because I remember whenever I did meet mixed people, we were really excited to talk about the shared experience and the things that we faced.
My parents said, well, you're both, so that's what you are. You can identify as whatever you want, but you're both. So me taking that and be like, okay, black side, white side, I already have the experience of being both, so I can kind of pass it on to my kids.
I don't know, I guess it makes me feel like I have something special to offer.
I have the ability to kind of see both worlds.
Inside, I've never felt hate towards a certain minority or something.
It's given me a unique perspective into, I guess, the racism that different people face for whatever reason.
It opens your mind to being a little bit less conservative in terms of your views of the world and stuff like that.
As time goes on, generations come and go. I think people are more and more going to slowly but surely start to open themselves up more to different cultures, more progressively, not as pragmatic, so on and so forth. I mean, this election right here is perhaps one first big step in that direction.
We're going to become the future, I guess. That's us. So, we're the norm. We're the American family.